What's up? It's your girl ShaynaMonét, but you can call me Shay, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, I am going to be doing a pros and cons of living in Dallas, Texas. So if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's get right into the video. Okay, so if you don't know, I have been living in Dallas, Texas now for going on, it's about 2.5 years, and in these last 2.5 years, I have my pros and cons. I would say more honestly, the pros outweigh the cons. If you don't know, I'm not from Texas. I moved out here in 2017 because I was in the military. Yeah, I have plenty of videos on that. So if you do have any questions as far as transitioning into the military, out of the military, things like that, and just moving to Texas in general, make sure you leave them down below. But these are my pros and cons of living in Dallas, Texas. So we'll start off with the cons. Okay, let's start off with the cons. That way we can end the video off on a good note. So one of the cons is overpopulated. I know y'all hear this so much about just down south in general. People that's in Atlanta, people that's in Texas, people that's in everywhere. Because a lot of people from up north or from the East Coast are moving down south. And that's simply because it's cheaper down here. And that's one of the pros, but we'll get to that later. So it is a little overpopulated. But I feel like it's not too bad. Now, if you're somebody who wants to live like in the country area, then they do have like outskirts. So like I live in Dallas, but then, well, I don't live in Dallas, I live in the outskirts. But you have the outskirts, but the only thing about the outskirts of Dallas, they are starting to be built up. Say for instance, what used to be like the country, quote unquote, outskirts are they're getting, that's where the overpopulation is coming from, because they're building houses out there. So I mean, it has its pros and cons. Like if you want to be more in a like I said, a country area, you're gonna have to drive out further from Dallas. So yeah, I would say overpopulation is one, but I enjoy it still. It's not hurting me or affecting me personally. It's more so of the people who have already lived here or have been living here for a long time that they have a problem with it. The second con is not many different states around. What I mean by that is just on the border of Texas, we have like Louisiana. Above us, we have Oklahoma. And that's really it. I'm trying to think. So it's not many places around, but I will say it's always something to do in Texas in general. You can go to Houston, you can go anywhere, like, and always have like a different vibe, a different type of fun, whatever you want to do. Like you can find it in Texas. I'm not gonna lie, like you could really live in Texas for 8 years. I've been in Texas in general since 2017, and I still haven't visited a lot of places. And just being here in Dallas for the last 2 years, I haven't visited a lot of places as far as in the DFW area. I don't even think I haven't even been to Fort Worth yet. So, oh wait, no, that was Grand Prairie. Oh, Fort Worth, I think like once. But other than that, So, yep, it's plenty of things to do to me. Another con is everything is spread out. I would say, like, if you don't like driving, if you don't like driving, then I mean you kind of out of luck. I feel like I'm always driving at least 30 minutes to get somewhere, just because I like to explore more. So you can find it's places where, you know, you could stay. Like if you're in North Dallas, North Texas area, I feel like that is a good area, because you really don't ever even have to come to Dallas if you work out of there, if you want to have fun out of there. Like everything is in that area. It just all depends on your area. So definitely do that research before you move, or if you're deciding to move. Traffic is a big no-no, but I think I think that is a con that everybody has as far as in a city. That's just one of them things people don't know how to drive nowhere, if you want to be honest. So traffic. Another con I would say is politics. If you are into politics for many of obvious reasons, yeah, politics are a big thing. I'm really not into politics, but just as far as, you know, being a Democrat, a Republican, them type of things, if you know, you know. I'm not going to even get into it over here on my channel, but if you know, you know, that might be an issue for you. Okay, so lastly, the last con, I would say Dallas, Texas is not really a turn up place. Okay. Dallas, Texas is not really a turn up place. And when I say that, I mean like constantly going out every single day. Now, if you want that type of life, I would say go to Houston, Texas, because Houston is almost like a mini Atlanta. Not even mini, because Houston is pretty big. Houston is Atlanta #2. So yeah, if you want that type of life, like you're coming out, you're young, or you just want a change of scenery, like you want to be in an area where you can have family and turn up, I feel like Houston is definitely the place. You go on the outskirts of Houston, great for family, but then you can go into Houston and it's always a lituation. In Houston, Texas. But like I said, Dallas is not that far. It's only 3-4 hour drive. So if you want that type of, you know, living, it's not that far. You can just always go out there. Okay, let's get on the pros of living in Dallas, Texas, right? Now, many opportunities for different careers. I strongly 100% agree with that. If you are looking for any type of career almost, it can be in Dallas. They have so many places. They have so many warehouses that are based out of Dallas, Texas, Dallas Fort Worth area. Many business owners. I believe I read that this is the area that people want to start a business. Like people come here to directly start businesses, and I feel like that is great. I know that was my deal breaker for me when I decided to move to Dallas. It was between Dallas and Houston, and I wanted to go to Dallas because I knew that I was going to start a business, and I thought this would be the perfect area to start. So I feel like if you want to start a business, if you want to get into a career, any of that, and that's what you're moving for, definitely Dallas is the place for you. Another thing is you will never get bored in Dallas, Texas. It's always things to do. I personally feel like people who are out here and they say it's nothing to do out here, they didn't look. Because like I said, I've been out here for 2.5 years, and then I've been in Texas in general for almost 5 years now. I haven't even done everything. Like I feel like I've done a lot and I've been a lot of places, but I still have not done everything. So yeah, it's always something to do out here. You do not want to be in Dallas, Texas. Like say for instance, you got a weekend, you could go somewhere else. You can go to another city. You can go over there to Fort Worth. You can go to Houston, San Antonio, Austin, anywhere. If you really like to drive, you can hop on the road, go to New Orleans. It's only like what, an 8-hour drive? Maybe 10. No, I think it's an 8-hour drive. I know Chattanooga, Tennessee, that's a 10-hour drive. So if you're somebody who likes road trips, I feel like that's perfect for you, you know. So it's really not that bad. Like I feel like it's always something to do in Dallas, Texas. People who say that it's not, it's more than likely because they don't get out or they don't have the friends. I know like we talk about that turn up life, but you can make that turn up life wherever you're at. I feel like if you have the right friends, the right people around you, family, whatever the case may be, you can actually enjoy it. Like don't get me wrong, I say that it's not a turn up city, but it's places to have fun. Like it's places to go to as far as clubs, hookah lounges, things like that, and you can go out and have fun. And I personally got to the point in my life where it's not about the environment all the time. Sometimes if I'm with other people, the place could be empty. I will still turn up. I will still have fun and enjoy my life, you know. So it all depends on how your personal preferences. Another pro is cost of living is low. Now this is a pro and a con. Because the price of living is lower here, they are starting to go up. I think everywhere is starting to go up, but obviously like people are moving out here more. So along with inflation, it seems like just because of the fact that people are moving here, it seems like the prices are going up. So it's still pros and cons, but I personally feel like what you could get in up north, you could get here, and the place is twice as better, if you get what I'm saying. So that is a pro, but like I said, it's on the borderline of pros and cons. Different foods. Okay, so if you're a foodie like me and you love to eat, you can get almost any type of food here besides seafood. Now, okay, you could get seafood here in Dallas, Texas, but it's not as good to me. Only because I'm from Maryland. Y'all know Maryland is known for their crab legs. We're known for our seafood. So that is just one of the things that that's just like a personal preference. But I mean, I'm not gonna just knock them and be like, they just don't got no good seafood. They do got some places, they got some spots out here, you'd be like, okay, it's hitting on something, you know. But yeah, it's just not hitting like the East Coast. But no, off all seriousness, you have so many different foods down here, between authentic Mexican food, Texan Mexican food, Southern food, barbecue, anything that you could think of, it's probably out here. Asian, Korean, it's so much, it's so diverse, and I just love the fact that you can really go anywhere and get any type of food that you want. So yes, if you're a foodie, then Dallas, Texas is good for you. And lastly, Dallas, Texas is very diverse. I feel like this is the most diverse place I've ever been to. When I came out here, well, first being in the military, it was like a culture shock to me because of the fact that it was so many different people when I'm just used to being honestly around black people. If you want me to be honest, in my school, my high school, the minority was white and Mexican. Us, it was like we didn't see that often. It was just, it was a mostly predominantly black school. So that's what I've been used to. And when I came here and just to see all these types of races, cultures, different type of family and faces, it was very like I said, at first it was kind of a culture shock, but I adjusted. And Dallas, Texas is actually two things. Actually, Dallas, Texas is the most diverse. Not Dallas, but Texas in general. And then Texas in general also has the most black African American people. And I'm just like, hey. So yeah. Alright, and that is the end of my video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any questions about Dallas, Texas, or Texas in general, comment them down below because I'll more than likely have an answer for you. Let me know. Are you all thinking about moving to Dallas, Texas? What y'all think? Do y'all live in Dallas, Texas? What's going on? I really want to know. And if you do live in Dallas, Texas, let me know. Like, let's link up. Let's connect. Let's network. Because I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, loves.